Napoleon from the Outlaws asked Bomb1st not to air this part of the interview.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so you probably can even take this out of the interview.
But against Napoleon's wishes, they did it anyway. But what it revealed was astounding. Yeah, you wanna watch this one. Let's get into some of this straight game.
Blackjack. Life is like the cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy Delray Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. I thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button as it helps the content to be pushed out to more potential subscribers, as well as the people who have already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't done so yourself, please subscribe to the channel and tell a friend. And like I always say, if this is your first time watching Straight Game TV and you would like to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button notification, as well as the bell notification right below this video. But if you want to be notified when I drop it, hit the bell notification and also the thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. I'm going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, what I have for you today, if this doesn't break your heart and show you the total disregard for any type of respect for Napoleon's wishes, as well as for Gullible John and Bomb1st and that platform, and the total disrespect and disregard they even have for their own interviewees, right? It's sickening. And so there was a video recently posted on Bomb1st, and it was the entire video of the Napoleon interview, correct? And in this interview, Gullible John asks Napoleon, and he says, and I'm going to play it for you. He says that Reggie always says that Yasmin wasn't around. Yasmin Fula, Yaki Gaddafi's mom, wasn't around during the end of the death row thing, during the Vegas situation and all of that, right? Reggie always says that. This is what Gullible John says, that Reggie always says, right? And at the end of the interview, or answering the question, which Napoleon really didn't answer, he respectfully declined to elaborate on anything involving Yasmin and Yaki Gaddafi, just out of respect, you know, due to past situations and so on and so forth. And I respect Napoleon for that. Like I said, once again, knowing that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to respond. But at the end of the interview, Napoleon asked Gullible John to basically not even play this part in the interview. I've done interviews like that before with certain people and certain things we talked about. And I tell them, yo, I'm not even going to put this in the interview. And I don't. You know what I mean? You know. But Gullible John over at Bomb1st has no respect, has total disregard for somebody even giving him the time to interview and answering the questions after Napoleon clearly asked him not to put it in. Not only does this clip show you that Reggie Wright had lied on Yasmin, like I told you guys before, but Napoleon even proves it with his answer. He said, yes, let me be clear, she was around. So if this doesn't go to show you, even on their own platform, right, that Gullible John knows Reggie has been lying to him, and if he didn't know or acted like he didn't want to know, he knows it now. And number two, when Napoleon asked him, you can take this, don't even put this part in the interview.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so you probably can even take this out of the interview.
Gullible John thought it would be more interesting to include this in the release of the entire interview. Check it out.
Reggie always states that Gaddafi's mom wasn't around near the end of the death row Tupac situation, around the Vegas stuff. Number one, is that accurate? And number two, if she wasn't around, do you remember why by any chance?
To be honest, man, I really don't feel comfortable speaking about the Gaddafi incident or even his mother, because she's very emotional. Every time I make a post or something, it just open up old wounds. She's very emotional, so I try my best, even though she was around. You know what I mean, during the Vegas time.
Mm-hmm. So if this doesn't go to show you, even on their own platform, right, that Gullible John knows Reggie has been lying to him, and if he didn't know or acted like he didn't want to know, he knows it now.
But I really don't want to go into detail because, out of respect of her, out of respect of Gaddafi, I notice every time I bring him up or, bring the situation up, she really lash out on me on the internet and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to close that door and keep it from, repeating itself.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So you probably can even take this out of the interview.
Let's see. Do you remember at the Calabasas house?
It's a damn shame. When Napoleon asked him that he could take this part out of the interview, he wasn't even listening. He was like, on to the next question. It's a damn shame. And to know what Yasmin has went through in dealing with the loss of her son, knowing that her son's birthday was just last month, and all of the things, looking at the pictures, like I told you guys, involving the book, The Spirit of an Outlaw. When I look at the pages of that book and I see Tupac and Yaki Gaddafi, and I see them interacting, I can only imagine losing her son the way she lost her son. I can only imagine the emotions and coming up on his birthday and being a mother and remembering all of those years and the things and that come up. And so I respect Napoleon for not even saying anything. But Gullible John and Bomb1st, they were absolutely positively wrong for disregarding Napoleon's wishes and this not to be included in this interview. And bigger than that, and really, truly, honestly, bigger than that, when you think about it, from everything that I've been trying to tell you guys, when he starts off the video and he says, Reggie had been saying that, Yasmin, she wasn't around. And so, if she was around and if she wasn't around, do you have any information to that? See, what he was really trying to find out or get Napoleon to agree with was Reggie's side of the story, that Yasmin wasn't around. But she was, because we know that on August 27th, 1996, that Reggie was fired. And so they keep trying to go after this narrative and trying to change it up. But that's why I'm here at Straight Game TV. They've been lying, giving misinformation, all in the name of clicks and views. And this right here, if this doesn't tell you what they will do in order to get the attention and clicks and views, nothing will. Absolutely, positively, nothing will. And so we understand Yasmin was the one who was the office manager at 2Pac's company, Euthanasia, right? She was the one that sent the fax to Reggie firing him. These are facts, y'all. She also sent the fax to David Kenner at that particular time, letting him know that his services were no longer needed. But Gullible John, needing Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. for content and to continue this spiel of lies, right, continues to try to prove that Yasmin Fuller was somehow not around, somehow that she had been fired, right? When it's simply not true. Yasmin was at the hospital in Vegas. These are facts, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? And so for them to try to do this and use Napoleon as the catalyst, and then on top of that, Napoleon asked them respectfully. And they know Napoleon's a Muslim now, right? Right? And, and he's, changed his life and so on and so forth. And they still couldn't respect this man's wishes. I'm going to play it for you one more time. Listen to this.
Reggie always states that Gaddafi's mom wasn't around near the end of the death row 2Pac situation around the Vegas stuff. Number one, is that accurate? And number two, if she wasn't around, do you remember why by any chance?
To be honest, man, I really don't feel comfortable speaking about the Gaddafi incident or even his mother, because she's very emotional. Every time I make a post or something, it just opened up old wounds. She's very emotional. So I try my best, even though she was around, you know what I mean, during the Vegas time.
Mm-hmm. And it also proves once again that Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. is a compulsive liar, and he is trying to change history with these lies. But once again, thanks to the response that Napoleon did give, he confirmed that Yasmin was around, but refused to go into any detail in regards to her, right? In regards to her son, out of respect. Listen to this.
But I really don't want to go into detail because, out of respect of her, out of respect of Gaddafi, I notice every time I bring him up or, bring the situation up, she really lash out on me on the internet and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to close that door and keep it from, repeating itself.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So you probably can even take this out of the interview.
Let's see. Do you remember at the Calabasas house?
They need to change their name to Lie First. Because basically what they did was they stole the title of 2Pac's first song on the Machiavelli album, which was Bomb1st. They need to change that. So they've been stealing, they've been lying, right? But this exposes the truth right here of what they've been trying to do. If you don't believe this, you don't believe nothing. Your boy Delray, straight gang.